Paul Janssen. Paul?
Good evening, everybody. I really don't have a whole lot to add because I'm such a short talker. So everything you want to know about me is in my bio, and anything beyond that you didn't need to know anyway. So thank you very much.
That's one of the more terse opening statements we've had from a politician. Terry, number 2.
Good evening, people. I didn't get a chance to do a bio. I was down in the city visiting my dad. He's in the hospital, and we don't know what his condition is going to be quite yet, so I didn't have a chance to do that. And I didn't have a chance to go get a suit on because I just got off the lake doing work on the lake for people. So that's all I got to say about that.
Okay, thank you, Terry. And Carl Pederson.
I'd just like to say good evening to everyone, and thank you, Dr. Musgrove, for the opportunity and with Wendell to be here to present what I have to offer as a candidate for mayor.
Well, thank you all, gentlemen. And by the way, thank you for your civic mindedness and your willingness to endure this and serve the public. First question for our 3 candidates, and we'll start with Paul and go down, and then we'll change the order so nobody has to answer the same question first, or question first every time. Paul, what do you see are as the major issues for the city of Pine City in the coming 2 to 4 years, and what are your strategies for addressing them?
Upcoming in the next 2 to 4 years is probably going to be from 0 to the next 6 months to 1 year. Number 1, we're out looking for a new city administrator. We're out looking for a new administrator's assistant, and we're in the process of trying to negotiate with the county of Pine to see what's going to happen with the present building we're in, the courthouse. We've had a couple easy meetings. We haven't got down to the nuts and bolts of it yet, but I don't know that I can go past from now for 1 year, let alone from now to 4 years, until we get these things taken care of, because they are major issues. Thank you.
Terry, would you like me to repeat your question?
No. My major issue is going to be the city hall. When I spent over $1 million on buying the old courthouse, and you add on to the fire hall in the north end. It sat empty till last week. I watched people bring tables and chairs in there. For what I thought was going to be a debate there, they had a meeting in there. 10 people were in that meeting. I sat outside across the street and I watched them at this meeting. They ran on all these tables and chairs, and they're still there today. They got 2 offices there. They're sitting empty at that fire hall also. That's where they went over budget at. Any people want to disagree with me tonight? I'll meet you down at the fire hall. I'm sure Paul has a key, we can get in there. Somebody has a key for that. I'll show you what I'm talking about where they went over budget. These offices, you can see them from the road. All the other stuff that's with the city, I have no concern about that, but City Hall, I do have an issue about it. You know, they built the water tower, they raised the water bill, they did the fire hall, they went over budget, they did the school auditorium. I ain't heard what they did on that there, on paying for that yet. The city hall is an issue right now with me. Everybody whining about their taxes going so high. Well, hey, what are they spending it on? Things that they don't need. Right now, where the city hall is, where we're renting out the county, they're in violation of their own parking ordinance. The city is, they don't have enough parking there, that's why they're taking down the old jail. Whoever buys the old courthouse, they ain't a place to park. That's what I see going on in the city, and I disagree with them spending all this money on things that they don't need. And that'll close. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Terry. And Carl, would you like the question again?
No, that's fine. I agree with Paul on the short-term issues of the prior, now 2 years out, getting a qualified city administrator in place, and also an assistant that they're seeking currently. Key positions, they run the day-to-day admin of the city, managing the budgets for the different areas. And getting good people in those positions that can work with the departments is very important in my perspective. I think Pine City, my wife and my kids, we've lived here since 1997, and we've seen so many wonderful things happen in this town from our perspective. We had many choices to choose from in Pine County when we moved here. And with what Pine City had to offer at the time was made it the right choice for us. Since then, we've seen wonderful things that show growth in the community, and that's the one and only thing that my platform is, if you will. With that, we have the new fire hall, the water tower. We got the incubator next door, the status of the college going from a tech school to a / community. These are, in my opinion, large things. We got the new Pine County Law Enforcement Center. All these things feed into growth in the community. And the schools, the additions to the schools, good things, and from my perspective. And going forward, Pine City is built on a solid foundation. Haven't been here for since long over 100 years. And what I see as the issue going forward to support the growth, and which would help bring, I would hope, more businesses and people to the community, is to make sure that we take care of our infrastructure in the city, to reinforce the foundation that's here, so that it'll be even more attractive to those who may want to come here to have a business or raise their families like we did. Like I said, this has been our home for 17 years, and it's been a wonderful place to live. There's many things we can look at. None of it's new. I mean, we have to look at budgets, and I look at budgets. To me, they seem pretty tight for the size of the city it is. The revenue from different sources. Pine City's got a wonderful revenue source with the municipal liquor store, which feeds into the general fund. LGA is something I've been looking at. I'm trying to figure out more about the equation and the disbursement of funds to the cities that are fall in this category, which are medium-sized cities. Local say, there's a number of things I could get into more detail, but I'll leave it at that for now.
First question from the audience, and this will go first to Terry, then Carl, and then Paul. On this note, it's actually a two-part question. The notepad has hearts on it, so I'm not sure if that was directed at me or y'all.
Which one y'all got a crush on me now? Raise your hand. Like I said, none of you do good.
Okay. How important is it to you to see growth in Pine City? And how would you utilize PTCC and the Chamber of Commerce to attract new businesses? Okay, I'll repeat that since it's a little long. How important is it to you to see growth in Pine City, and how would you utilize PTCC and the Chamber of Commerce to attract new businesses? Terry.
PCC. I'm trying to figure out that PC and all that other one. Well, growth, okay, I can see Pine City growing, but first of all, somebody has to put their foot down on the Sheriff's Department. I've been having a fight with them for a long time over some issues of constitutional right violation. They don't want to admit to nothing. A couple years ago, they had me in the paper saying I kicked in somebody's door with a gun. That's straight up what was false. I had to prove myself to the guy that runs the newspaper. I had to bring stuff in here and show him, hey, wait a minute. Here it says a gun. Nowhere in here does it say a gun. They had to dismiss the charges. I lost over $2,200 for that on that issue. And that Sheriff's Department is still in city limits. Somebody needs to put their foot down on them. But they don't want to do that, so I don't see how we're going to be growing because there's harassment from our Sheriff's Department. And this other one, that must be Pine Technical College, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I see they bought the building here on the corner, they redid that there, I don't know what's in it yet. And made school stuff. If we could get more classes in here, teach our younger kids more about what goes on in life, they may have a chance, to help out in the long run of things here. And nowadays, these kids, they ain't got no kids, they don't want to work, no. You gotta get them up and get them out there and show them what it's all about. If I had people that come to me all the time and ask me for jobs, yeah, I got jobs, come on, let's go. I want some of these young kids to come with me sometime. I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the job at 7. I don't quit till it's done or it's dark. Like I said, today I was out on the lake, pouring docks and stuff still. That should have been done a month ago. You want to be the last ones out there. Nowadays, I suppose they'll close.